Hey, this is Money Mondays with Ash Cash, and today we are talking about your credit. More specifically, we're talking about your credit report.
Hey, it's Money Mondays. You have money questions? Ash has money answers. Every Monday, start that week off strong. Let's do this.
You're now tuned into the financial motivator himself, Ash Cash, Mr. Mind Right, Money Right. Money Right. Money Right.
Hey, welcome to Money Mondays with Ash Cash, part of the Be Empowered podcast series brought to you by Bank Mobile. I am Ash Cash, your financial empowerment coach, and today we're talking about your credit. More specifically, we're talking about credit reports because when you think about credit, credit really controls our lives. Whether you're looking to purchase a home, finance a car, whether you're looking to manage or get out of debt, get married, or make any other big decisions, understanding your credit will save you money. The major emphasis is usually on your credit score, and while your credit score is definitely important because it allows you to gauge where you actually are, your credit report is what feeds your score. Think of your credit score as like a luxury car and your report as the fuel that makes it perform. So, what is a credit report? What does it do? And how does it affect your credit score? So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about credit report basics. How does information on your credit report get there? How often is your credit report updated? How long does negative information stay on your credit report? Who has access to your credit report? And how do you dispute errors on your credit report? And next week, I'll talk about the score, but today we're going to talk about that. So first, credit report basics. Lenders use your credit report to help them decide whether they'll lend you money. They also use your credit report to determine what interest rates they'll charge you. Other companies such as like insurance companies, property rental, cable, TV, internet, utilities, they all use your credit report to determine whether they'll provide you services. If so, it may help them determine how much they'll charge. Some employers even look at your credit report and use it when making hiring decisions. Your credit report details your credit worthiness and includes information about how you manage your credit. It contains your payment history, whether credit accounts are in good standing, how much credit you have available to you, and how much you're using, whether any of your accounts are in collections, and whether you have public records against you, such as like liens, judgments, bankruptcies. Your rental payment history may also appear on your credit report if you're a tenant. So how does information get on your credit report? 3 main credit reporting companies, also known as the credit bureaus or consumer reporting agencies, they're the people that compile these reports. So they're TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Your payment history, credit card usage, length of credit history, credit mix, and credit inquiries are reported to one or all of the credit bureaus by your lenders or service providers. They are also specialty reporting agencies that keep track of things like opening or using bank accounts, bounce checks or overdrafts, apartment rentals, car insurance claims, homeowners and renters insurance claims, utility payments, phone bill payments, payments to medical providers. But the 3 credit bureaus only really focus on anything that you are borrowing or any negative items being reported. We'll jump into details on it next week about credit scores and what really affects those credit scores. So next, how often is your credit report updated? Well, because your credit information is processed from your creditor to the credit bureaus, then to your credit report, there's usually a lag in time that it takes to reach your report. In general, creditors send updated information on a monthly basis, but not all lenders report to all 3 credit bureaus, so keep that in mind. So the information on your 3 credit reports may differ from bureau to bureau. Also, not all creditors send updates to the credit bureaus on the same day. This may also cause lags in reporting. Next, how long does negative information stay on your report? So we're hoping that you don't have anything negative, you don't have any blips in your credit, but if you do, you have to realize that time is your friend when it comes to mistakes you've made that appear on your credit report. The more time that passes, the less negative items will affect your credit history. In fact, negative information on your credit report usually falls off after 7 years from the date of your last activity, or 10 years if it's a bankruptcy or any other type of public record. The good news is that positive information like on-time payments usually stays on your credit history forever or for as long as the account stays active. So if you have mistakes, you can right those wrongs. Next, Who has access to your credit report? Well, because your credit report contains personal and confidential information, only a select few entities can order your report. The Federal Fair Credit Reporting Act restricts who has access to your credit report, and the law dictates how your report can be used. The Fair Credit Reporting Act, or FCRA, FRCA, limits access to your credit report to current creditors and potential creditors, mortgage lenders, landlords, utility companies, student loan lenders, insurance companies, car insurance companies, employers, government agencies, collection agencies, and judgment creditors. Except for court-ordered credit checks and credit checks done for marketing purpose, you must give your permission before anyone can check your credit. All right, lastly, how do you dispute errors on your credit report? Because we know that things aren't perfect, so there are going to be a lot of times where there are errors on your credit report. In fact, it's stated that 7 out of 10, you heard me correct, 7 out of 10 credit reports usually have errors on them. So by law, every consumer is entitled to a free credit report from each of the 3 credit bureaus once every 12 months. So that's TransUnion, Equifax, Experian again, and you go to annualcreditreport.com to get that free copy. You may find errors when you check your report, so make sure you inform the credit reporting agencies in writing, clearly identifying the error. It's important to send your correspondence with a return receipt so you can verify that you sent it. Reach out to the creditor or service provider in writing to inform them that the error was done as well. Just like contacting the credit bureau, make sure you send your letter with a return receipt so you can confirm that they have received your notice of dispute. All right, so that's it. That's what is on your credit report. So that's like credit report 101. So just to recap the credit report basics we talked about how does information get on your credit report. We talked about how often is your credit report updated. We talked about how long does negative information stay on your credit report. Also, who has access to your credit report, and then what to do if you find errors on your credit report. Tune in next week. We are going to talk about your credit score, that FICO score, that what the FICO. We'll talk about that next week. But for now, that was the basics of credit reports. I am Ash Cash. Make sure you tune in each and every week. Money Mondays with Ash Cash, part of the Be Empowered podcast series brought to you by Bank Mobile. Make sure you check us out, www.bankmobile.com. I'll see you next week, same time, same place.
You're now tuned into the financial motivator himself, Ash Cash, Mr. Mind Right, Money Right. Money Right. Money Right.